Yeah. So where are we? Let me get on YouTube, private, and then we'll get started. Okay, so right. Hi Naomi, you good?
Yeah, hi, I'm great. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Okay.
Um,
We're trying to get the kids to bed, so I shall be here. But let me just get them to sleep.
yeah, just mute. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay, folks. Good evening. Wednesday, the 12th of April, and today's trade review session. But firstly, I was just going to say, just be careful. This is not a training session. It's just a review. We talk through our trades and what's it called? How we see the markets and a few things we do wrong. But again, we try to keep the meeting short, just because everyone's got things to do, and especially for replay value. So I think yesterday we said we're going to talk about three things: trade management, red flags, and how do you turn losing trades into winners. So I will share my screen and we'll take it from there. Okay, so first thing first, we're talking about trade management, and this actually came from natural gas, which some people had been, in and out of trading. And of course, we all know that, regardless, either way, you will, trading is a probability game. Okay, or even investments as well. You will lose some money, you will win some money, no matter how much your due diligence is. It's impossible never to lose in this game. Let me just get rid of all my, as you can see, some of my previous analysis. I thought it was going to go up. I'm not exactly perfect, but when I said it was going to come down, sometimes it did happen. When I said it was going to go up, sometimes it goes against me, as you can see. Then I thought it was going to come to that point before it dips, but there you go. Anyway, let's just get rid of this. This is old. So we are looking at this, for example. So I've got somebody in our group who has been in natural gas for a while. And what the person is asking me is, and what I said was, what are you doing, with yourself? Why are you looking so much that you allow yourself to be, excuse me, to get sucked into this trade? Sorry, bear with me, please. Yeah, so why are you allowing yourself to get sucked into this trade? Because the broker that we all use, well, most of us use, I think I stopped using for a while now. They charge you for holding your positions overnight. The broker's got to eat, they've got to make money somehow. So one thing I've got to say is, of course, so every trade differs. Okay, guys, it's different. I might be a little bit fast sometimes with it. I talk. If you do not understand me, just let me repeat myself. But again, I'm just talking to myself, especially for the sake of replay value. So every trade differs. Okay, so one thing you got to understand is that if you're in a position, and I think this person is gone in heavily in natural gas, and the thing is, excuse me, with the level of the position, rather, I think she's been charged something around $50 daily. Okay, so you don't want to be this person. You don't want to be this person. So I said, okay, you've got to manage this position well. And this person was like, okay, so what do you think I should have done? And I said, well, you could have managed it properly. And she said, how? And I kind of went quiet after that because I just got distracted and I couldn't respond. So first thing first, okay, the bigger the time frame, the purer your results. And it's just that, if you, especially people who are working, and we've talked about this as well, and this is probably just going to be another session. If you are someone who's got a busy lifestyle, of course, the bigger the time frame, the purer your results will be. Okay, so, and as you can see, these things at a level here, you know, these things do respect levels, they do remember, they do have memories that it creates. But let's focus on the question. So what would you have done here if you were this person? You know, you are losing money every day. One thing you've got to look at is if you look at the level right now. So if I was here, and I don't think, one thing I've learned to do is cut out indicators. I don't, I try to just purely play based on what my eyes can see, and I think I just respect that really. Trust software sometimes, but again, I just look at this. So, I look at this level. This is a pure level, okay? So when you want to enter, and especially this is this trade, this natural gas, for example, it's a seasonal security, if you want to call it that. It's seasonal, okay? I don't see people, I know in Nigeria, for example, during rainy season, you don't really turn on your air conditioning. And likewise here, what do we need to mute? So in Nigeria during rainy season, you don't turn on your air conditioning or Harmattan because things are very cool. It's the same things here. In the summer, we don't turn on our heaters. We're talking about European countries, or so even Northern America, the areas that experience extreme cold. So this is seasonal. So number one, first thing, and no matter how well this thing is being campaigned, you don't want to go all in. Don't go all in at all. Just test gradually. But of course, we know these guys who are buying these commodities or these assets, they buy in bulk. Okay, so first thing is you go in gently. That's number one. Number two is you go in gently. Remember, you're also going at a leverage. I mean, we've all played crypto, and one thing you've got to do is you've got to understand your leverage. Okay, if you understand your leverage, go in to other points whereby your liquidation point is, literally on the floor. If it's at zero, there's nothing wrong with that. You might think, well, I'm going to go in with the smallest amount. Of course, yes. One thing is you don't want one trade to make you or mar you in a way. So as I think in this case, one thing is but we all do that. If you've been in a position, in a situation, a trade where you've been losing a lot of money, first thing first is just get out. You've got to treat your trade, your capital is your lifeline. It's your life, literally. You don't want to lose it. So sorry, bear with me. Yes. Just trying to mute people. Okay, cool. So you've got to treat your capital as your lifeline, okay? Your capital is your lifeline. You don't want to lose it all at all. So, if you're losing, even if you get somewhere uncomfortable, cut it out and just wait. Okay, that's number one. Number two, we might think, oh, it's going down. It's never going to go down. Guys, it can go, low can get lower. I'm just trying to give a scenario here. I haven't actually given the full, solution, if I can say. I'm just trying to give a situation here. In 2020, I don't know how many people remember, oil here is showing 0.8, but actually oil went negative. Okay, crude oil went negative in 20.8. So I'm not going to say, gas can never go negative. Of course it can go negative, but what I cannot say about gas is that, I'm just trying to show you here. Let's get rid of everything. Analysis. That's gas here. It went negative by about 7 cents. Okay, so there's nothing like it cannot go negative. But if you got the smallest amount in there and you just, you positioned yourself that, what, no matter how, my stop loss can never be hit, and it's possible, then that's fine. So if you say, I don't expect me to be getting gas for free in this country. No government is going to do that. Okay, so that's one situation whereby you just think, okay, do you know, if you worry about your trade, you've gone too big. You have just position size too big. Okay, so one thing is just decreasing the minute you think, I can't think about it. I can't sleep without having to, you go to meetings, you have to check your phone constantly. Then of course you've done something wrong. So that's number one. Just come out and think, okay, I'm going to resize. Okay, that's number one. Number two, go back to your sizing. And if you go back to your sizing, go back to your chart and think, am I on a level? If you're not on a level, if you're between levels, come out and wait until your trade is on the level. So you rather want to be on a level. It's, you know, because trade actually move from levels to levels. There are situations whereby it tends to create new levels, right? So there's okay. I mean, wherever you look for, you will find that's something about trades, okay, trading or charts. But you know, you could say this is a weak level. But so because the fact that there's nothing there, and if your charts are resting here, okay, I will come out here. I would rather go on proper tested level, which is right here. So you know, that's one thing you got to think. So if you're in here and your trade is already getting really bad, position sizing, you're losing money, I'm going to come to another level, and I think, you know what, I'm going to re-enter lower. You know, one mistake we all tend to make is we try to catch the, you know, top, you know, the top of the top, bottom of the bottom. There's nothing like that, because what is low can go lower. It's like when I started driving, way before I even got my license at all, you know, I want to be the first, and you know, on the road. The minute someone is in front of me, I just want to, you know, go past him. But then I realize there's someone else is in front, there's someone else is in front. But you've got to understand, it's just a cycle, and that's just the way the world works. Same as your chart. So first thing first is, I can't remember the first points I made now. So the first thing first is go in with us. You know, I think the rule of they call it the 1% rule. Go with 1% of your capital in such a way that, you know, go with 1% of your capital in such a way that you're out 1% of the capital in such a way that your leverage point is at the floor, the bottommost of it. So that's the first thing. The second thing is that make sure you are within levels. It's not that difficult. So you know, if you're not sure, then just okay, that's the second thing. The third thing is, I said, the bigger the time frame, the better. You know, I'm not going to go into all the points. I'm just going to mention a few. So if I were you, I would go on a bigger time frame. I tend to trade dailies nowadays, just because, like I keep saying, life is getting on the way. And you know, so I'm just going to go. This is a level. Look, my level is not really your level. It's what you see. I see level here. Levels are where they call it pivot points, where the charts are turning. Okay, and as I can see. Sorry, bear with me. I'm trying to find. Okay, cool. As I can see, this is a pivot point. Just look at your V. Where is it turning? Where is it turning? You know, you can see it there, but it's not exactly on the straight line, so it doesn't count. This is a turning. This is a turning. So I will be going at this level. But if the chart goes on and the rest are at this point, I'm going to come out. And I think it depends if how much you're looking to lose anyway. So okay, so that's another one. So it's part of your trading plan. So going at levels, going on a longer time frame, larger time frame. Number two. Number three, liquidation. Make sure it's just literally absolutely on the floor. Don't think, oh, it can never go to zero. Of course it can. I've just showed you a scenario where oil went to negative just about 3 years ago, a little bit over 2 years ago. Anyway, so these things can happen, and so those are the things I will watch out for if I were you. So those are a few pointers. Okay, so I'm going to come out, and I think we're talking about the same person had multiple positions. Sometimes the campaign gets so overbearing. Oh, I mean, I've got someone who's going to pull 1,000. You know, £1,000. I've got someone who's going to pull £100,000. I've got someone who says he's going to put £500,000. No matter what, it's a game. Okay, I've got somebody actually in a different group. He's constantly laughing at me because I saw Bitcoin and I said Bitcoin is going to 6,000. It didn't hit 6,000. Do you know what? I take it. I move on, and that's, you know, for you to be a trader, you need to have the ability to be able to suck up that, you know what, I'm wrong, own it, and just move on. But this person just keeps, you know, trolling me out there in the group. But you know what, in a group of 5,000 people, I really don't care. I think at some point I had to post my profits and loss on my last 30 trading days of cumulative profits of, you know, 120%. That's a portfolio, not just one trade. And it's like, oh yeah, with a over 70% win rate, it's like, oh yeah, I'm doing better than this. I'm like, oh yeah, of course. But I don't care. So all I'm just trying to bring out is it's a personal game. Okay. I've seen, you know, a few people in here, and I'm not going to pretend, you know, 700%, 800%. I am happy for you guys. But for me, I'm not even trading sometimes. And you know what? I'm just here to promote the people, promote joy, promote peace. So it's a personal game. You need to understand that. Don't feel like, you know what, you're going to make, you know, let me just say this. If you make 1 billion from one trade, and your average wins are just about $50, guys, you've done it wrong. You might say, oh yeah, but I made $1 billion from this particular trade. You have done it wrong, because you've got the essence of trading is, that's why they call it a marathon, not a sprint. Consistent wins, and that's what you want to do. So, and I think this, the person's probably here, and that's what I think has created this fear with this particular trade. So if I were the person, I'm just going to totally come out and I'll review everything, and I'll start afresh. I will start afresh, especially considering you are paying a fine for this, for every day this thing is not coming up. So come out, wash your face and just start again. I call it the MFA, the manipulation, the frustration, and then the accumulation, where these things do eventually happen. So that's the first thing I wanted to talk about. So that is under your money management. Always treat your capital as your lifeline. I met somebody yesterday, talked about, oh, someone told me you trade. I'm like, yeah. Who's that someone? Is like, no, don't worry. I just stumbled on you on YouTube and said, yeah, I do trade. And he said, well, how much money can I make? I said, you can make a lot of money. You can make the whole world. You can make $1 billion. And he said, but how much money can I lose? And I said, you could lose $1 trillion. He's like, oh, so you mean I could lose way more than I can make? I said, well, that's the only job whereby if you don't do well, you pay your corporation for not doing well. I mean, I've been to companies when you don't do well. Sometimes they don't know. Sometimes they give you a warning, etc. They don't deduct your wage. But in this case, this is a lot different. So don't be the liquidity for this guy. So that's just something. So I'm talking about trade management just off the situation of natural gas. So guys, if I spoke too fast, just we're going to post this link anyway. Just be able to feel free to watch it again, give you another spin. All right. Let's go to the next point. The next point I wanted to talk about is, let's look at red flags. I'm actually going to talk about red flags I'm going to talk about it in tandem with the other point, which is how do you turn losing trades into winning trades? Okay, and I think talking about losing trades into winner trades is actually all along what we've been talking about. So that third point is going to resonate alongside point 1 and 2. Okay. So, but how do you turn losing trades into winning trades? I wanted to show you, I was thinking, do you know what? I might give you a little peep into my Binance, which I said I started with $10. I don't know if anyone is in the big group. I've been sharing my P&L almost every day. Has anyone seen it at all? I try to share, not as a show off, just to encourage and show people. I mean, like I said, I swear never to invest in crypto. Invest different from trading. I did it just to test some of my skills again, because no matter how long you've been, sometimes you even get scared of facing the market if you've had a few things wrong. Or remember, I keep saying it's a personal game. So let me see if I just give me a minute if I can try and find it here, log in and just quickly show you an overview. And I will show you. Just give me a minute, sorry. But there's a point I'm trying to make here from showing you. It's not to do anything. It's just I want to make one point. So bear with me, please. Let me see if I can. Do you know what? I was thinking, should I show you from my from my phone? Bear with me. Okay, I think I should be able to show it from here. And this is especially because the reason I want to show you as well, because some of us here we do trade crypto as well. So there's something particular there which you need to see. So please give me a minute. I didn't plan this before, but I thought I would show you anyway. I mean, the whole Binance thing, I only did it with $10. I didn't put a lot of money there. Pardon me. And somebody actually asked me, oh, but are you trading? Don't tell me you're trading Binance with $10 again. I'm like, I am actually. And it's like, oh, really? I said, yeah, I am. So, and then I think the last few days I withdrew about, I told this person, oh, but I've withdrawn, $500, no, $300. And I said, oh, really? I said, yeah, because I went to $588. So let me just quickly show you. So one thing I want to show you is when it comes to P&L, which is extremely important. And this is another mistake we all get wrong. I think this is it. Right, can you see this here? So I'm intentionally trying to hide the money just so as not to prove any points at all. So this is the literally just about 30 days. So this was, I think I put it there in the group yesterday that this is I made a first loss yesterday and it came down a little bit, but overall, the cumulative. So when you're looking at P&L, this month alone and then last. Okay, so you want your P&L. I'm just going to bring out a pen. If your P&L is going this way, then of course you're doing it right, but you got to be careful. Okay, so rather when it comes to, you don't want it that, you don't want that, you don't want that, and then that. So what you want is actually a slow, gentle growth. There'll be times where you're going to face declines. You're going to have odd days, and then keep going. So it's that gradual growth is what you want. What's that yellow? Yeah, that's the cumulative Bitcoin. So if you're beating Bitcoin, like I tend to say sometimes, then you're doing it all right. So that's what you want. You got to be gentle. The last 30 days, the month is quite short. I had a dip yesterday, so I literally had my first loss yesterday, which is quite small, and you can see it started climbing back all over again. Okay, so that's just something I wanted to point out. So when it comes to profit, it's not a sprint. You got to take it slow. Take it slow. I've literally, I don't know how much I've done with the account, but just for $10, just made a few $100 withdrawal. But anyway, let's get back to what we're saying. So we're talking about red flags. So now let me talk about this red flag here. When it comes to your trading or even investing, okay? But trading especially, because a lot of us tend to want to trade. How long is this life that you can't play that game anyway? Okay, this game of life, we don't make the rule, like I always say. And so this is one that gave me the right. This here will give you the red flag. So let's talk about this. Can you see this here? Normally, you haven't done anything wrong. Okay, this is your guys. I'm picking the next. This is a live trade, as you can see. This is the next. How do I call it? The next scapegoat in my arsenal. Okay, it's a short. I was asking a question here. It was a trade alert I set for myself, but just it might pop if it comes here. But anyway, let me talk about this quickly. So this is a red flag we're talking about here, and you can see this is a daily time frame. Now, when you're in a trade, remember I did say the bigger the time frame, the better, right? So look, you want to turn a winning trade into a losing trade. Sorry, pardon me. You want to turn a losing trade into a winning trade. Well, yeah, how do you not turn a winning trade into a losing trade? You don't want to come in here and then some guys tell you, oh, go long, and then you go long. Okay, but look at this. Normally, the natural us here would say it's time to go short. And of course, it's time to go short. But how do you know it's time to go short? And how do you know it's not time to go short? Or how do you know it's time to just wait and do nothing? And a lot of times I tend to say wait and do nothing. The old me and then the new me tends to be, or then at some point the intermediate me tends to be like, just do this, just do that. And then the new me becomes more patient. Just wait. Oh, I could have shown you in Binance. I don't know. I made about 50 something trades. I think I only had one loss yesterday, and this is the only loss. I took the shots right here. Now, this has caught me, and this is what made me bring this to your attention. So, guys, you have made a trade. So let me just see if I can do a bar replay from here. Let's play. Oh, it plays it too fast, actually. Okay, so you made a trade from. Okay, I'm doing a. Let me leave it here. Okay. Just give me a minute, sorry. Right, so you were right. This is the trade right here, and you want to trade this thing here. All right. At this point, if you think about it, let's make it a day. This trade, you've been watching this thing, it's been going up and up and up. Comes here, retraces, and then keeps going up. How do you know when to go short or when to go long? Okay, the two people are here. Okay, naturally, they are the patient people and they're the non-patient people. The patient people are going to think, I'll wait and I'll let it come, let it break. No matter what you trade, guys. I see a lot of I think they call it SMC on there online. I see a lot of it could be Renko, it could be whatever you trade, could be Thieves, 6.2A or whatever it's called. Whatever you trade, guys, what you've got to do is there's nothing as good as what? The eyeball test. Okay. Oh yeah, this is the play. If I could replay here. But I tend not to use replays. But again, you can see let's watch it. Do you know what's happening right here? So let me just let's watch, keep playing. As you can see, okay, if you'd been here, you would want to short it, but it's actually just run up, which is what it did to me. And I was like, oh God. And this is when I took the loss just yesterday. Okay. I thought, oh God, it ran up, it took, okay. Just in case if anyone missed it, I'm gonna bring it back again so we can do the bar replay. Let me just try from here. So at this point, it came in here, and then I'll talk about what we should not do. Okay, so let's play. Now watch. At this point, I want to go short, right? I would have thought it's normal, it's okay to go short. But what did the market do? And let me just print. Look, it ran up. It ran up. Normally, if you have whatever indicator, whatever platform, whatever process you do, at this point, it will tell you, guys, go short, which I did. I saw that, but I wasn't patient enough either. But again, you can't get it all right, but your best guess can help you. But anyway, as you can see, it ran up and that's where it stopped. Okay, so what do I mean by that? So let me just get a, do you know what? Let me just do this. So this is our box. This is our box too. And if you notice, so what I'm trying to call the red flag or the trap zone is watch out for this point here, this box here. Right, I'm in a meeting. Right, okay. So this point here is the red flag. Sorry, guys, just give me a minute. Why? Okay. I am Dada. Okay, cool. Just be patient. That's okay. So what you need to do, guys, is one thing you need to notice is that, so if you look at this, what date is this? This is February. And I'm not saying wait as much, but from here all the way to about April, when a chart, okay, when it spends so long in a certain point, at a certain point, okay, when it spends so long at this point here, you can see they confused you, and then they came here, accumulate a bit more, okay, and then what do? They run back up. One thing you need to understand is when it comes to charts, when it comes to the market, the market is trying to, the market makers, all they're trying to do is the most value, okay? Their job is to come in here and take money. That's the only thing we do in this market. Come in and take money, okay? So now the market makers, so when they wait here, guys, your job is, if you're in, you're too early. Just wait it out, come out as much as you can. But if you haven't been in, wait, okay? And wait. Once you're waiting here, because you want to know what their decision is. Here they fakes you out, and then what do? They ran it back up. So you gotta wait at this point. Wait and wait for the next decision. And that's what you need to learn to do. I think that's what I failed at yesterday, and it actually caught me. It's something I've always been, it's something I've always paid attention to. So it's a trap zone, it's a red flag, and that's something you got to make, pay attention. So if it's a losing trade, again, if you're gone very small, you respect that 1% rule, then of course you're fine. You think, okay, I'm going to wait and I'm going to come out. I haven't lost much. But again, I think So I made that loss, and then I came back yesterday and said, you know what, guys, I'm coming back in. But guess what? They ran it back up again when I went back in. But thankfully, I only had a very small amount, and I didn't feel it at all. I felt absolutely no impact on it. So crazy. I felt absolutely no impact at all. So as a result of that, oopsie, my screen has just disappeared. What did we do, Grace? Sorry guys, hold on a second. Okay, just wait, Grace, you made this. I should tap all of it. Okay, just wait, Grace. Oh, what a way to finish the sessions. I'm sorry, people. I've got someone here fascinated about herself. Good. Right, and so that's what you need to do, and that's literally what I thought I should talk to you about, really. So when you're in here, if you're spending some time in here, just wait it out and wait for the next decision. Because if you try to catch the top, then you try to be a hero, they could just take you out, take your money, and then run it all back down. I mean, ultimately they will run it down, but at the end of the day, you know, remember we talk about patience in this market, and that's literally what you have seen. If you hadn't paid attention to it, then you would have lost your money. But anyway, I guess that's the end of my session tonight, or our session tonight. If anyone's got any question, let's take it. Right, folks, do we have any question? Am I talking to myself? Okay, I'll take it as no. In that case,
no question.
None. Okay, great. Right, in that case, for now, sure. I mean, if there's any question, just put it back in the group, and then we'll take it from there. So, guys, you enjoy your evening, and take care. Good night.
Good night, Vicky.
Good night.
Good night, Grace.
Good night.
I'm gonna end it now. Thanks.